I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just woke up. I'm sorry. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I'm having a bad hair day, a sick day, a tired day, everything day, a no makeup day, everything, okay? But I missed y'all, so I decided to bring myself back. Based off of Instagram, Chaotic seemed like she had a late Thanksgiving. I sure did. We can talk about that today. On Thanksgiving, normally we're supposed to have leftovers. For some reason at this house, even though we made a lot of food, because we were drinking up until 4 a.m., the food was done. We had no leftovers. The only thing that was left over was literally 2 spoonfuls of black rice and the stuffing for the turkey. They ate the ham to the bone. There was no leftovers. I had to watch from the windows, creeping to see people eat their leftovers, and me, I had none. We had no leftovers, and I didn't cook. The day before because I thought, oh yeah, we're gonna have leftovers for 3 days. So I didn't make any food. So the morning of waking up, thinking I'm gonna find food, there was no food. So guess what I did? I put my ham back in the fucking oven. I put my second thing. I made a second batch of ham. I woke up at 8 and I put it in there. So I was eating ham, and for some reason that ham finished in like 2 days. I don't know how. It's just 3 of us. Yeah, we destroyed everything. There was no leftovers whatsoever. So we decided, oh yeah, let's go out or something. And then Josh's cousin was visiting us, so she forgot her makeup, so she didn't want to go out. Must have been amazing. I love stuffing. And I bet you like to be stuffed. I bet you like to be stuffed. Oh yes, we had apple pie and pumpkin pie, and I enjoyed my apple pie. And then everybody's like, yeah, let's go out. And I just want to say this right now. I just feel like I have to say this because people really think that, because you're someone, there's some certain places you can't go to. And thank you for the sub, D Sid. Thank you. So, Josh, okay, this is gonna be the story time. This is gonna be the story time of us going to the club, and yeah. So anyway, before this even starts, I'm just gonna say, if you're uncomfortable with taking your significant others to certain places, you don't have to stay to listen. If you're gonna try to attack me because I did that, I'm not gonna hear you. It's not even gonna go in one ear to come out the other. I'm not gonna hear you. I have a blockage. So anyway, I'm just gonna say this. I love this. Am I allowed to say that word on here? Like, I love the club. Script. I'm gonna say script. I love that. I love it. When I first met Josh, I took him. The second time I met him, I think I took him to one because this is my setting. I love chicken club. Let's call it chicken club. Script, whatever. Chicken club, chicken strip, whatever. Okay, so I love that. Growing up, I enjoy looking at dancers, and I feel like even with Carnival, he's not used to that, but because it's me, it's my culture, it's my mindset, I can't be with someone who's uncomfortable with me going to these type of setting places, or me playing mass and they feel uncomfortable. Right? So anyway, so I have to tell him and bring him to certain activities that I like to go to. Just like you go to a girl, you ask them, what do you like to do? What do you like to do? Where do you like to go? I love the chicken club, the script club. I love that. Okay, so I had to show him, look, if we go out, I take you somewhere. This is a place, it's a service. It's just like you going to a massage and you get a massage. So you're telling me your mans don't get massages? Okay, first of all, you're uncomfortable because a masseuse, a professional, is giving them a massage. You don't want to bring them to that because it's a girl. Anyway, um, I'm gonna just say this. So anyway, he always, like, the first time I brought him, he wasn't being weird or anything, but I think it was like a little bit unbelievable to him that I took him there, and he was like kind of like, do I dance or do I? So I just called these bitches over and I was like, yo, dance on them, dance on them, dance on me. Anyway, like whatever. If he doesn't want it or if he's uncomfortable with it, whatever, leave him be. Dance on me. Like give me that. So when he really realized like I didn't care, it's a service. Like to me, I see it as a service. You go to a restaurant, somebody is serving you, you tip them. You go to the club, somebody's serving you, you tip them with ones in a different way. That's how I see it. But some people see it as if, it's cheating, it's disrespectful. I don't see it that way. So moving on from that, I just made my little statement. So he asked me like, what would I rather, the club, the regular club, or the club? And obviously I was like, I want that, but if you want to do the club, we can. Okay, so first of all, it took us like a good 4 hours before we decided where we wanted to go. And last minute, as we're leaving, that's when he tells me, we're not going to this place anymore, we're going to that place. Okay, so then we go to that place, we show up. First of all, we showed up early because the thing opened at 12 and it was like 12:10. We was outside. We went in, it was people in there, but it wasn't that many people, but it was just how I like it because it wasn't crowded and I could see everything. Okay, so we sat down, we had one in front of us, one behind us, and as I walked to that I don't want to say the name. Sir, leave that alone. I don't want to say the name of the club, but as I walked in, like, I was seeing girls, but they weren't doing it for me. Okay? They weren't doing it for me. So I was like, damn, I don't want nobody here yet, blah, blah, blah. I don't want nobody here yet. And we were waiting for the alcohol. So I'm like, I don't want nobody here yet. I don't see anybody I like. I start looking around. So like 3-4 dancers passes. It's not clicking. It's not clicking for me. So I'm just like, okay, you know what? This one has a nice shape, whatever. She wasn't really dancing crazy, but I like to have the ones that dance crazy. So she wasn't dancing crazy, but she was dancing better than the others. No shades to them, okay? Because you have to have an ass for me to call you to where I'm sitting because I like that. And if you don't have that, I'm probably not gonna look at you the whole time. Like, even if you're there and I'm throwing it, I'm not really throwing it at you like that. And so, no. So we go, and as I turn back, I see this girl. She's like, really, like, she's dark skinned. She has this shape. I'm like, ooh. I kind of, So I'm like, I'm asking everybody, like, what y'all think of her? Because I'm not about to bring her to where we sitting, and they not feeling her. Like, I'm the only one enjoying her. I want everybody to enjoy. So everybody like, yeah, she's nice. Yeah. So like, I had my eyes on her and I looked at her and she looked at me and she smiled. And I was like, ooh. So I smiled back. But then I turned around because she was behind me because they have to go to each stage, whatever. So I'm like, okay. Is this a super shit? Yes, it is, Popo. So I'm like, okay. So this is my point of view. But so then I'm like, okay. So I was talking to the I guess waitress, server, bottle girl, whatever she is. So I was explaining to her like what we wanted, like alcohol wise and things like that. And as I'm finished talking to her, and I guess that took longer than expected. I turn around, I don't see her anymore, and I'm sad because I look in front of me. The girl she was dancing with is up the stage in front of me, not dancing, but she's not there. So now I'm like, damn, I gotta go look again. Somebody snatched her. Okay? I got unspoken words. I don't gotta talk, okay? I don't gotta talk to none of them. I just gotta, they know what to do, okay? Anyway, so I got that silent, yeah. So, chaotic into girls too. I am not into girls. I just like to be danced on by girls. So, anyway, So then I'm sad because the last club we went to, there were two fine asses. Oh, they were so soft. So I started reminiscing. I'm like, bro, we should have went to this one because we can't find anybody that I like. And then Josh's cousin wanted to go to this Asian lady, but she was dancing, but it wasn't doing it for me. Like, I would settle for it, but then I looked at her. She looked kind of old. And I was like, I don't know if I want someone I think could be like in her 30s to be dancing on me, because like I feel like that would be a little bit disrespectful, even though she's working. But I'm like, I don't want her to dance on me. Like, I don't know. Like, she looked way too old. So I wasn't comfortable with that. And I was waiting. She's over there filling Josh's cousin. I'm like, you know what? If anything, you can bring her here, because she was dancing freaky. Like, we looked at her and she just, I was like, ooh, girl. Like, nobody was doing that yet. It was early. So I was like, damn. So I said Josh's cousin. Not him. So then I tap him because I see this girl. But my thing nowadays is, why do the bottle girls dress like the strippers? I need to ask someone that. I need an answer, because I confused this girl for a dancer, and she was a bottle girl. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, I really like her. I want her. I'm asking the security guard, and he goes, no, she just does bottles. Bitch. Why are you dressed like that? Like, I was getting frustrated because I couldn't find anybody. So I was like, damn, like, she was wearing this, ooh. And then, anyway, then a couple of girls went up, they were shaking bones and backs, and I was like, damn, I'm not watching anymore. The security guards are female. No, they're males. So then, bottles are coming, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not in the mood anymore. I'm looking around. I don't see people. Thank you for the resub, boss. Hi. You here for story time. So I'm looking around. I'm like, ugh, I'm dragging it. So the girl's like, the bottle girl, she comes. She was lit as fuck. I actually enjoyed her a lot. Like, she was like, shots, everybody. I was like, okay. I took a shot. Now I'm sitting. Me and Josh were like vibing. Everybody's like vibing. Josh's cousin is over there doing the eyes with the Asian lady on the pole. So I'm just sitting down, and out of nowhere, I look at my phone and I feel a tap on my shoulder, and I look up, and guess who it was? Guess who it was? It was her. For purposes, I'm just gonna call her. I'm gonna call her Tootsie. Privacy purposes, Tootsie. I'm gonna call her Tootsie. It was her, and she was like, "Hi." I was like, "Hey." She was like, "Mind if I sit with you?" I was like, "Okay." So she sat down. She was like, "So how are you?" And then we started having conversation. Okay. So she's like, "Yeah, I saw you from the stage." And I was like, "Yeah." And then she was like, "Yeah. So did you want me to stay with you in your section?" And she was like, "I haven't been, I came straight to you because I really liked your energy," or some shit like that. And I was like, yes. First of all, the night just started. So if she came to me, she told me she went to the back because she was like sweating. She had to clean herself up. And she came straight to me. So that means that she was untouched all night. And I love that. Okay. So I was like, okay, yeah, you can stay. And then I was like, you want a shot? So I gave her a shot. And, she was talking. And then everybody's like, ooh, like she's sitting. I'm like, yeah, you can sit down. Because at that point, I'm looking at her like, I normally don't treat, because I know some people when they go to the club, like, they treat them like they're objects and shit. Like, I mean, I know, like, I saw a video where, like, guys actually look at them, like, as objects, like, whatever. But I saw her as just somebody that was sitting there. So I treated her like she was sitting, like, she came with us. So I told her to sit down. Thank you for the resub, Popo. Interesting. What do you mean interesting? Hi, Bammies. So I was treating her like I'm like, sit down, have a drinks and stuff like that. Relax, you feel me? Take take your breath, like take a deep breath or whatever. Like, I'm like, just sit and relax, you know. So she was sitting next to me, because I don't know, like, I don't like that. I know that I was talking to Boss about it, and then like in the UK and stuff, you know, you can't touch them. You can't, because here in America, they be slapping them so hard. You told the stripper to sit down? Yeah, I told her to have a seat and take a couple drinks. You feel me? Foreplay. Gotta ease her into the shit. I don't want her to start shaking ass right away. The fuck? No. I gotta feel her out to see. Because I'm not bringing no badass energy, no crazy ass girl. No. So she's talking, and she's literally asking permission for everything. So then she started talking to Josh's cousin, and you know, she's talking, and we all just liking her. Jordan's in the back like, and then Sean and them is looking. And then this other one, remember the one I told you I saw I was gonna settle for? She came next to me because I had made eye contact with her too. So she came, she's like, hi. I'm like, hi. She's like, so, can I sit here? And I was like, okay. So then she pulls out a little towel, like this, and then she put it on the chair, and I'm looking at her like, what the hell is she doing? She's like, yeah, you know, I'm naked and stuff, kind of. Like, she wasn't naked, but she's like, you know, my butt is out. I don't want to sit anywhere. You know, I'm trying to protect my thingy. So I'm like, oh, okay. She seems sweet compared to all the other girls. I didn't want them there. I would rather have two people there, because I was not about to have my girl dancing everybody and me feeling left out. So I needed to have two people with us. So she sat down, and yeah, she was like, she's from Canada, Montreal. And she started asking me like, hey, you're so pretty, where are you from? I was like, I told her where I'm from, and she's like, oh my God, tu parles français? I'm like, yes. And we start speaking French, and I'm like, you know what, she's not so bad. I'm like, she's not so bad. So we're having a conversation, and this is happening while, like, behind Josh. Josh is talking to Sean, and then I'm behind, like, we're just having a little conversation. So, do I send video requests? I do, as long as it's not, there's no TOS in it. And it's something, you know, that I would watch. So anyway, so then has a stripper ever done too much on Josh and you had to tell her to chill? No, right? No. I know how to get them. Like, let me finish my thingy. So anyway, I don't want to have this long ass story time, but yeah, so I'm talking to the other girl, and then Tootsie. So I'm gonna name the black one Tootsie, and the other one like Sherry, whatever. So Tootsie gets up, and she's like, I'm gonna start dancing now. And I'm just like, I'm like, okay. And then she just starts shaking ass, bitch. Bro, she starts shaking ass. And mind you, she was completely like she wasn't completely covered. She had like a one piece, but it was those one piece where like the whole, it's like those little like slingy things. And she starts shaking ass, and I'm just like, wow. And this shit was moving. So like the other one was like, okay, I'm gonna dance too. So the other one gets up, and they're both in my face, and they're just like, and everything's like, I'm like, because look, okay, I'm about to tell y'all, this is a trick, okay? I'm gonna tell y'all. When y'all go to the club, okay, when you have money, let's say you have $50, do not pull out the rack and try to make it rain when you have $50 in your hands. You take the ones one by one, and you slap, you drop. You do not. This shit gonna be done. They're gonna be done since they're gonna leave. You need to savor it, okay? This is my tip to y'all. Do that. You can throw two at once, but don't start making it rain unless you think you're done and you're about to leave. Okay? So I'm over there pulling ones, and I'm like, I'm like, dear Lord, what's going on? And I'm looking to the side, and the other one, which I think she wasn't really dancing on the pole like that, because she started wailing out. So now I'm like, I'm jumping here, and I'm sitting here, and they're facing like this to me, and Josh is over there. So then he's throwing, and then Josh's cousin is like, dear God. And you know, we're just throwing, and she started dancing, and she turns around, and she just takes the thing off. I'm like, we're just like, damn. Like, we're all just sitting there watching. So now I have to, because, you know, I have to feel. So I'm just like, oh. And she was so soft. Y'all, she was soft as fuck. Like, I would say my level of softness, really. She was soft as fuck. So, you can enjoy strippers without being bi. I mean, you wanna go to a gigolo club? That's different. That's different. Oh, well, it shouldn't be different, but goddamn, like. Anyway, so then I felt it, right? Like, I was gonna feel, and then I kind of like, and then she took my hand and she put it there pretty much. So now I'm like, oh, you get permission, I can touch all night. So I'm feeling it, like, she's super soft. Like she's soft all everywhere, and then she gets like she puts both her legs like over here, and she's doing this to me, and I'm just like, damn, like, this is really life. So then I'm just, look, I'm just feeling everywhere. I'm feeling everywhere. I didn't touch her private part because I feel like that's disrespectful. I would never do that because I don't need that. I'm just here for the ass and a little bit of the boobs. Anyway, so like she's dancing on me, and I'm like, and then everybody's like at the table, they're just looking. So the other girl, I felt bad. So then I told her, I was like, go to Sean. And she goes to Sean and she's dancing on Sean. Like, she stayed with Sean for like 45 minutes. Like, the whole time Sean was throwing. I was still throwing at her. Josh was still throwing at her. We still gave her the same amount of love. She was cool. So, like, you know, they were dancing. She was grinding on Sean, everything. She was grinding on Sean, like doing this and all of that. But she never got completely naked, and that was fine. So then, that's not when Sean did it. That's just the beginning. So then Sean's dancing with her, and then the girl's dancing. She's dancing on me. So now I'm like, damn, I'm hugging her. Like, it's been like a good 20 minutes. I'm hugging her. She's dancing for me. I'm like, okay, go to Josh. So that's when I told her, I guess she knew we were together. So she kind of like, she stayed on me, but kind of just put her legs across from him. But she was still facing me. I don't know if you guys saw my story, and she was just dancing on both of us. And then she went to Josh, kind of, she danced, but it wasn't how crazy she was going with me. So then she danced, and then we're having conversation. This girl's telling us like she has a boyfriend at home. I'm like, dear Lord. Oh. I was like, well, I'm your man for the night. So she's dancing. And she wasn't weird. Like, it wasn't weird. The vibe with me and Josh is not weird because we both know, like, it's a service. Like, I don't know what people don't understand. You go to the club. That's like saying you go to the club and you don't drink, or you go to the club and you don't dance. Why go? If I wanted to go to a regular club, I would have just went to a regular club. Like, and not have that. If I go there, I'm not gonna have fun and watch everybody else not enjoy that part. If I was uncomfortable with him getting a dance, I wouldn't have taken him there. You know what I mean? So, like I said, the same thing. You bring someone to masseuse, whatever. If you go to the doctor's a female, you're not gonna let him touch you. First of all, these guys be getting the prostate thing. What, you're gonna look at him any less? You're gonna be insecure about it? Like, stop. Anyway, so we wilding out, and you sent the video on Discord. Okay, I'll check it. So then, you know, I honestly feel nothing because I know, like, this is her job. She's doing me a service. She's doing everybody here a service. It's nothing special. It's not a specific attention. He's not even interested in that. He's just here to have fun. So I'm like, shots, we take another shot. So I felt bad hugging her, so I told her to go around and dance a little bit on everybody. So she started dancing on Josh's cousin. She was dancing on Jordan. She danced on Sean. Did she even dance on Sean? She danced on Sean and she danced on Greg a little bit. So then she was like, I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to sit down. So she sits down, and so we're talking still. We're just talking, and she's like, "What's your thing?" Like, she's talking to me. She's just talking to me, and we're all talking. And Yeah, so we're talking at this point. We took a break now. We're chilling. I'm kind of getting hungry at that point, so I ordered like wings and other things. And then she took a break, and the other girl took a break too. So then, they came, they collected their money on the floor. And then Greg goes and Greg invites some random girl. Cause when you like this in the section, whatever, when they dance for you and you're throwing the money, if there's two of them there, whatever money you throw, they have to split it. But let's say they've been dancing for 45 minutes. This girl came in for like 5 minutes, and then she expected to collect the money, and I felt like that was a bit unfair. So Josh's cousin told the security to kick her out because she just got here, so she didn't work for the money. Because Greg kept bringing random girls inside. I'm like, no. I'm like that. I was like, look, if you're gonna bring somebody in, tell us, because you have to wait for these people to, you know what I mean? So I was like, nah, like we made her leave. Like she came in, she was trying to get the money, and I'm like, the other ones were respectful, they didn't say anything, but I know how this works. So I'm just like, this girl just got here and she went straight to Greg. She didn't come to anybody else. She went straight to Greg and started dancing. Of course, Greg threw money at her, but whatever money he threw at her, she could keep. But I was like, you're not about to take these girls' money. They've been dancing for 40 something minutes, and you came here for less than 5, and you think you're gonna collect with them? So Josh's cousin made them make her leave, because she came in. She was she was, I don't know, she was talking to Josh's cousin, and she didn't like her at all. She was like, she came up to me and she was like, Greg said I can get fucked up, and then she grabbed the liquor and I was like, what the hell? So then I was like, well, if you're not comfortable with her, just do what you gotta do. So she called security and made her leave. And I watched her go around the whole place just looking at us. And I know that girl, she came at me. She was like, you're so pretty. And I looked at her like, I'm looking at Tootsie. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me. I don't need to dance. Anyway, I didn't say that, but whatever. So then after that, we dancing, and then we took a little break. Tootsie said she had to go switch her clothes because, second fit of the night. So she goes in the back, she does her thing, and the other one had to leave, so she went. And we're waiting. As we're waiting, Greg keeps bringing these girls over to the freaking thing, and they look like they look like they, they look like they, and I'm just like, damn, why are they here? So then I guess, I don't really know Sean's story really. Scotty shows up. Scotty got a bitch that doesn't even work at the fucking club. That's not a person that's giving service, to give him a fucking massage. And had the audacity to deny Sean, but then come to Josh. And I was like, he came to me, he's like, babe, she just offered me a massage. I'm like, she doesn't work here. What possible massage could she give you? And he's like, I don't know, she just asked me. I was like, well, do what you want to do. And Josh was like, no, thank you. Bro, she was just going around giving people massages. That shit was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. He literally came to me. She's like, babe, she just offered me a massage, but she turned out Sean. That's sus as fuck. I was like, look, if you want a massage from her, go ahead. I can't tell you what to do, but... So he was like, no. Whatever, but bro, that bitch was... Bro, Scotty was like this, and she was like this with him, and she's like this. This man was there for literally 8 minutes, and she came up to him, massaging his head, doing all this. Honestly, quite frankly, I should have had her massage me, because, bro, Scotty was like this the whole time, his eyes closed and everything. I'm like, and what did she charge? She was charging people $75, I guess, but she didn't charge Scotty, and I don't think she was gonna charge Josh either. So I was like, okay, whatever. So after she left, she still stayed around the section. She made eye contact, with people. I don't know if she went to Jordan or Sean. I don't know. But Sean was wilding out. And then Sean had 2 girls on him dancing, wilding out, crazy as fuck. And I was just watching at this time. I'm drinking, and then I go to the bathroom. I come back and I see Sean getting danced with two bitches, and I'm like, okay, and they're wailing out, and then all of a sudden he comes up and he's like, bro, they want me to go to the back room, and I'm looking at him like, huh? I'm like, what you gonna go do there? No, wait, no. Greg goes to the back room. Greg goes to the back room first. Greg goes to the back room first. I don't know what he did, but he went to the back first. Then he came back, and then Sean said they want to take him to the back room. And I'm over there like, okay, bro, they was charging. I don't know if he told y'all. I don't want to go into much detail with his things because I don't know what he said to y'all. They were taxing, and this nigga took two bitches, and I was like, why you got two bitches? Why you need to go to the back for what you about to do? What you about to fucking do? They told it all $500. Oh well, they gave him a discount. I guess he did something good because from what I heard, it was supposed to be $800 total for both. Thank you for the resub, Beerus, but I guess he got a discount. So anyway, so then, I guess he was 500, whatever. So then he goes in the back, and I'm sitting here, and I'm like, I went to pee. When I came back, he wasn't there. I saw him checking in, because I went to get cash from the ATM. I saw him checking in the back room with two bitches, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The bitches were mid. Okay. Bro, I can't say what I want to say because this is Twitch, but them niggas were mid. Like, they look like, bro. No, I still can't believe it. And I'm shocked that he actually went through with it. So I'm like, no way. And he goes in there with them, and I'm like, damn. 20 minutes passes, no sign of Sean. 30 minutes passes, no sign of Sean. 40 minutes passes, no sign of Sean. Completely, at this point, I'm drinking. I don't know if but I completely forgot about Sean. And all of a sudden, I see these bitches come out with him, and Sean is coming. Yo, and he sits down next to Josh. And the girl just starts slapping her pussy and doing this to us, slapping it and doing this. And I'm looking at her, mind you, I'm someone that look, no shot. What do you mean, hey? No, let me tell you. I'm sitting here. I'm a person that my facial expression can really tell you what's going on in my brain, and I've been working on it, but when I'm tipsy, that shit is just out, bro. She comes into the thing, and I'm literally on my like 7th shot, and I'm drinking Tootsie, whatever, and she comes to the section, and Sean sits down. I'm like, oh, Sean, hi, and she comes in, bro. This bitch was she was mid. She looked like, one of them looked like she did drugs, like crackhead wise. Like, she came out, okay, she was thin, no ass, nothing. She starts slapping it. Like, I'm looking at her like, ugh. And I kid you not, I did that same face with her. I'm looking, ugh. And I did that. And she came in front of me, and she's like, he held it down. This was, whatever ethnicity she was not black, and I don't know why she tried to sound black. She was trying to speak Ebonics to me, and I'm looking at her disgusted, and we all just like, ugh, what does that mean? And then Josh's cousin's like, ew, bitch, What are you talking about? She's like, he held it down. I'm like, Sean, oh my God. And I look to the side and Josh is talking to him and she's just slapping her pussy. And I'm like, if this bitch don't go, I was grossed out. Like, she was slapping that shit like, okay, why the fuck you giving me a thumbs up for? Did I send you to go over there? I didn't send you. You need to tell him that in back. Not me, not us. If this, bro, I was so grossed out, Abe. I was grossed the fuck out. Like, first of all, and then he tells us. Did he tell y'all what he did with her? Did he tell y'all? Tell me what he told y'all, because I'm not gonna give details that he didn't give. What did he tell y'all? Sean said she was bad. There was one that was bad, but there was one that wasn't. There was one that wasn't. Bro, first of all, don't go eating pussy at a strip club. Don't do that fucking shit. He was eating her pussy at the strip club. That's just... I said, Sean. I was so disgusted. Like, I was like, this girl's been dancing all night on that pool. She came to you. We never saw her dance. She probably went from nigga to nigga. She smelled like sweat, pennies, and cheese. And you just went and you just why? Bro, I was like, oh God. I was like, no. I'm like, we should have never took him over there. I was like, we should have never took him there. And I wouldn't have been surprised if it was any other, like, person. But the fact that it was Sean, like, I don't know. Like, I don't talk to you guys. I see Sean, like, I know he's not, but I see him like a little, like a baby. Like, he needs protecting or whatever. But he doesn't. But that's what I see him as. So when he came out that shit, I was like, why? It's like, why? I was so pissed. And I'm looking at the girl and she's over there just slapping her shit. Bro, she was doing that shit for a good 5 minutes. She kept slapping. Every time somebody made eye contact, she's just like, what is there? Like, I'm like, what is there? I'm like, why are you slapping? Why are you slapping your shit? And I don't think Sean was seeing any of that, because me and Josh's cousin, we were just like we were looking at her like, that's dirty, that's nasty. So bro, I don't want to know. I just feel like if you're gonna do that, you might as well hire some whatever, because that girl, like, she looked like she was for everybody. And for you to casually just go over there, you know, like, it's one thing you go in there and for you to let a random man do that to you as a female, I feel like you don't care about your life. So as a male at that, I'm already looking at her kind of like, you know, like, this is a dancer's thing. Like, you're not supposed to do these things on the side. And even if they do take you to the back room, they're not supposed to be doing that to you. They just get fully, like, you know, undressed and like, dance on you and whatnot. It's just a more uncut version. But you don't really go back there to do these things. And for you to go back there and do these things, I'm just like, you know, I was very shocked. So anyway, he's sitting down, and then Greg brings out this other girl. She looked good, actually. Did she look good? I don't know. I was in my 10th shot at the time, so everybody was kind of looking like, oh, okay. She was dancing, but she was dancing like she was tired. Like, she was tired. So then at this point, it's been like 30 minutes and still no Drea. So I'm like, security, I need Drea. So he goes in the back and he finds her, and she comes out with her little outfit. She's like, sorry, I was trying to eat something and things like that, so I didn't realize time went by 5 minutes. She came in, and that's when she started dancing crazy. Okay, she was dancing crazy. Then she sat on me. She licked all here. She was licking all of here for some reason, and I was just like, girl. But then I was too drunk. I was too drunk to even say anything. I was too drunk to even do anything. She licked, because I was wearing like a shirt, kind of like this, like, and she licked all here. She was licking it. And then Josh was just watching it, and she was just grinding on me the whole time. And I was like, it is what it is. And then, yeah, no, thank you, yeah. Well, she wasn't licking like crazy, but she would do like a casual, like, and first time she did it, it caught me off guard. But I guess because I didn't say, or I didn't react to it, she just kept randomly doing it. Tootsie's. That was Tootsie's doing that. No, that was not Greg. I said Greg. That was not Sean's bitch. Tootsie came back and she started dancing on me. Not that bitch. That was not her. Not her. I want nothing to do with that bitch. That is all. No. Please. No. The other one. Tootsie's the one we like. The proper one. The clean one. No. Don't you ever be like this. I'm sick and y'all making me more sick with that shit. No. Anyway, so she was just licking whatever, and Josh was sitting there, watching whatever, and I was just like, I was smiling all night. Then she started shaking, and then I with my face, I was like, ah, and then she turned around and she put her titties, I was like, ah, and then at that point, I'm really thinking like, I got COVID. I'm thinking, bro, I definitely got COVID. You let her lick you? I didn't let her lick me. She just licked me like twice, like 3 times. She licked here, and here, but she didn't do it all at once. She was just like she'll turn her head, and then I'll feel something just. So, oh, my 10th shot, whatever. Like at this point, I'm really sitting calm. I'm like, bro, she's shaking. Her ass is right there. Her titties was right in my face. I definitely got some type of COVID. I was like, I definitely got some type of COVID. And she's dancing on me. I'm enjoying it. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, when I get home, I'm going to have to fucking shower, scrub everything off, because definitely got the COVID. I'm going to have the vid. I'm vaccinated. I know that. But I'm definitely, something is wrong. Why am I enjoying this so much? Normally, I'm the one that's like, but she was so nice and proper and sweet. And I was just like, whatever. So she was dancing, and then she made her money again, and she talked to us again. She's telling us about her life, and we're just having fun, and she's dancing on me while we having a conversation. At this point, I'm just sipping. I'm like, you want a drink? And she's drinking, and we having fun. Now you got that Shonda. I do not have that shit. I did not put my anywhere and nowhere. And then I think she went to the cousin, and then she danced on her, and then I think she danced with Jordan a little bit. And then our food came, so I didn't want any butt shaking next to my food because what the fuck? So I was calling it a night. So we ate, and then she just sat down a little bit with us, and then I think it was like 3 or 4 or something. And she was like, yeah, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. You guys, like, kept me here my whole night. And I really, really enjoyed that, blah, blah, blah. I actually got her information. So whenever I decide to go wherever, I want to make sure she worked there so she could stay with me all night again. So then, Scotty was getting a dance, whatever. Everybody was just enjoying ourselves. So then I realized we had a half of a bottle left. This story was supposed to be short, but for some reason it's fucking long. So we had half a bottle left, and I don't like leaving liquor for the club. So I started chugging it down. Mind you, I had ordered some fucking lemon pepper wings. And the wings were too salty. They made my mouth like too sour, so I didn't eat them. So I was forcing myself to drink at least more than half the bottle so that I didn't feel bad or feel like I wasted money since it's gonna stay over there and we can leave with it. So I started drinking and then I started getting nauseous. Okay. So I started getting nauseous. This girl, she was kind of cute. She comes to me and she started whispering in my ears. And I threw up. Like, I threw up in my mouth. And I was like, I'm looking at her. She's like, oh my God, did you throw up? She grabbed me a cup and I poured it in it and I put it under the thing. And she's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, can you pass me another cup? I threw up again in the cup. She put it under there. She's like, are you kind of done? I was like, yeah, but just in case, put this cup for me right here. She gave me the cup and she goes, I would really like to help you, but I can't stand the smell of throw up, so I'm gonna go do my rounds and I'm gonna go back and check on you. As she's walking away, I threw up again on another cup. I put it under there. And in my brain, I'm like, whoever picks up these cups to drink, they fuck because it's throw up. Okay? So I'm like, yeah, babe, let's go. I want to go home. Now the liquor is hitting me because I didn't eat before coming and I didn't eat my food while I was there. So I was drinking on an empty stomach. So that fucked me up even more. So I get up and we're going. I'm like, grab all my wings because I had ordered 12 wings. I'm like, grab all my wings. So I was in those cups. They were empty cups. I just threw up in them. They were empty shot cups, whatever, the big little short ones. I just threw up in 3 of them. So I'm like, grab everything, grab my burgers, I ordered a burger and 12 wings. And I was like, grab all the waters, let's go home. So we start going home. I'm like, baby, you're going to have to carry me today because I can't. So we go home. Drink your throw up. I didn't drink my throw up. I just threw up in a cup and put it under the table. And I said, if anybody goes and touches these cups and thinking it's liquor, they're fucked. And apparently, Josh's cousin said Josh took good care of me because he was driving. He stopped at a gas station and got like napkins to wipe me and things and make sure I was okay. And then we got home and I think I fell asleep the whole time. But I woke up when he stopped the car the first time to tell him, why'd you stop driving? And then I went back to sleep. And then we got home and then he took me home, whatever. I got ready for bed and I really wanted a croissant, but Greg ate my croissant. Greg K. Anyway, and then I did my thing, nighttime, and then I went to bed. Now, I went to bed at like 6. So, I have a brunch appointment with Josh's mom, and it's like a girls' brunch at 11. This nigga Archie wakes me up at 10:58, massaging my ass. This little nigga right there. 2 minutes till 11, and I'm supposed to meet this girl. I'm like, I can't go. So then we moved it to 12. So I got up, I got dressed. I showered, I got dressed, and then we went to brunch. The whole time we were at brunch, I don't have a hangover or anything. I never have that before. So I don't know. Everybody's like, Josh's cousin's like, and I'm just sitting, I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat toast. I'm ready to eat. And then after that, I was fine. That was the end of everything. Now, how did I catch this cold? I caught this cold because my dumb ass wake up early to go to work. And because my garage door is not working right now, I park outside. And I don't know about y'all, but when it's about 4:30, 5 a.m., when you walk outside, it's fucking freezing. And my dumb ass kept walking outside with no fucking jacket. So my body went from cold to hot to cold to hot to cold to hot. And here I am with the fucking cold. I got tested today. I'm negative. No COVID in sight. Anyway, this was my story. And if you guys want the more deets or whatever, y'all better go ask Sean and Greg.